Good evening, my name is Garrett and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from the Dark Arts Whiskey House. This is their straight rye whiskey finished in maple syrup casks and toasted Amburana staves, coming in at a 55.19% ABV, at least 7 years old. So the Dark Arts Whiskey House is based out of Kentucky, where they're sourcing a lot of whiskey from MGP and a few other places in Kentucky, blending, doing some really fun finishings, and just releasing really solid bottles. Now this I'm very excited about because I've heard a lot of positivity about this. This is what they call their Ripple Rye, which is essentially a 7-year-old 95% rye, 5% malted barley rye coming from Indiana, so MGP, and then they're finishing it in a maple syrup cask and toasted Amburana staves. Now, real quick, if you're not sure what Amburana is, essentially it is a hardwood from South America, and it impacts a lot of oiliness and cinnamon sugar notes and some crazy, can be really impactful flavors onto a whiskey. And a lot of times it doesn't take a lot to go a long way. Now, they do tell us this is also cask strength on top of things, and this is one of their special releases, so who knows how many other bottles exist on this one, or if this one will be coming back to the markets at some point. But I am a sucker for Dark Arts. I've loved what they've done so far. I've had a lot of different bottles from them, and I keep snatching them up because they're just great examples of sourcing and finishing that I've ever had. So, let's jump into the Ripple Rye, see how it is. I am in love with these bottles. This is one of the coolest bottle designs ever. Very apothecary-like. I love them. I appreciate the transparency. That's one thing here on the channel that I always strive to showcase. So, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other reviews that I've done over the Dark Arts Whiskey House, links to those videos will be up above and down below for you to check out. I've actually picked up a lot of their bottlings recently, and it went a little crazy. I ordered like 5 or 6 bottles in a day. I was going on a rampage on buying stuff for them. I did do some review work with them back in 2024, and I love their products so much that I went out and started buying their bottles because they were just great examples of sourcing and finishing and all that kind of good stuff. Now, Amburana is one of those finishings that is make or break for a lot of people. You either love it or you hate it. I'm interested with the maple in here because I'm excited. I'll say that much because that should hopefully soften that a bit, but also bring in some uniqueness with that side of things. I mean, that is gorgeously dark in the glass. Beautiful in there. It is a very dark, oaky color. Got a little gold tinge in there too. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Ooh, that smells good. Getting a lot of that punchy Indiana rye, herbal, medicinal. The maple sweetness is coming through. You're getting this kind of beautiful oaky maple sweet. Like a good solid maple syrup sweetness in there. Oh, yeah, you gotta get in that glass. That is gorgeous. Like the cinnamon sugar notes showing up from the Amburana, but it's not super like kicking your teeth, oily, dark, heavy like some Amburana finishes can be. That bit of maple really softened things. The herbalness from the rye is playing well with both of those finishes. You're getting the spicy oiliness from the Amburana. You're getting that spiciness sweet from the rye. And then you're getting that maple sweetness from the maple casks. But on the nose, it's not overly sickly sweet, surprisingly. A little bit of vanilla cream icing. Essentially buttercream on top of yellow vanilla sheet cake. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. The oaky, the charriness from the barrels themselves. For me, when it comes to Indiana rye, the sweet spot for ages is between 6 and 8 years old. That tends to be where you get all the impactful nuanced flavors without going super old, but you're also not going super young to get all the punchiness from it. A little bit of barley kind of waxiness showing up as well. Like, you can definitely tell it's finished, don't get me wrong, but it's done beautifully. Surprisingly, again, not overly sickly sweet. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes, especially for cask strength as well. Like, that is just beautiful on the nose. Let's go for a taste. Beautiful. That is interesting. Oh man, that rye. Herbal, medicinal, punchy rye. Oaky, vanilla caramels. Sweet, spicy cinnamon sugars from the Amburana. Oiliness as well. That maple syrup is like a fresh craft maple syrup. It is viscous, thick, coats the palate to a T, as you're expecting with those finishes. It's very oily, and it shows up on the palate. It's rich, dark, heavy. Oh man, they really hit the sweet spot on the Amburana. It's not overly cinnamon sugar, but you're still finding it, and that maple is really bringing across a lot of that kind of a sticky, sweet factor. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, that rye punches through. That's a good sip. It's sweet, and it's just got all of the rye spiciness, herbalness, dash of medicinal. You're getting that bit of floral rye even on the taste. The oakiness is there. I would love to see this be closer to that 8-year mark, just to see how an 8-year rye plays with things. But I'll tell you what, the finishing times that they chose, perfect. I would like to go a step further and know where you're getting your maple syrup from as well. That makes a difference, especially if you're sourcing locally on that. It gets a bigger thumbs up in my book. But that is fun, unique, and I'm all about it. I don't know if it beats the standard, but at least ties it and maybe adjacently beats it. Like, it's just got these Christmas spices, a little more cinnamon and clove, even a bit of like cranberries. Like mulled wine. Follow me here. It's like mulled wine, or like if you do a simmer pot where you're tossing in like all your spices so it can steep and kind of just aromatically fill the house. You got your star anise, your cinnamon stick, your clove. You're getting that beautifulness from all that. You're tossing in a few cranberries into the mix. I love the cling to the palate. It's just enough. Beautiful proof point, good warmth, and overall, that's stellar. Alrighty, well, let's talk about a grade for this one. How about that? So I see pricing on this go all over the place, as with most Dark Arts bottles. I paid $85 for it, and I've seen it go up in the $90s, $95, $100 range. Look, you have a distillery sourcing 7-year rye, keeping it cask strength, doing 2 finishes on it, bringing across a gorgeous profile here. It's unique, it's fun, and if you like Amburana, this is going to be right up your alley. If you like maple cask finishes, this is going to be right up your alley. If you're interested in both of them at the same time, you need to get this. I give that a solid A-. I think I have to give this one an A-. I almost want to go B+ and be a little more critiquing, but there's not much I can critique. It's a beautiful sip that I highly recommend trying this if you ever get the opportunity, because that is fun, unique, and a damn good sip. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Dark Arts Whiskey House Straight Rye Whiskey, finished in maple syrup casks and toasted Amburana staves. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it. It might